Hi, it's Keisha, the Habits Hypnotist, and thank you for joining me today for another video. So I wanted to talk about one of the most common New Year's resolutions, right up there with losing weight. Another very common one, whenever we get to the end of the year and getting to a new year, when you get the question, what do you want to do differently this year? What do you want to change? What do you want to stop doing? What do you want to quit? Smoking is definitely one that keeps coming up. And I wanted to talk about today, what are some of the three ugliest truths about smoking? And it's funny because it's really hard to imagine living currently in the 21st century, being part of a world where at one point back in the 20th century, where smoking was actually considered okay. It actually ran the gamut between being acceptable, just okay, and actually being healthy. Like a lot of doctors actually pushed it as a healthy habit. It's like a totally different world. But I even remember, being born in the 80s, I remember several decades ago when I was little, how prevalent smoking was, compared to today. It was everywhere. In people's homes, no one would really give any thoughts about lighting up any place. And it's crazy. And we're blessed to now know the truth that this is actually a very harmful and carcinogenic behavior and habit. And it's something that's quite unhealthy. And that being said, even though we now know this for a certain fact, a scientific fact, it's amazing, though, that still there are millions of people that still smoke and still struggle to quit. So why is this? Well, we're actually going to talk about why. We'll talk about a little deeper in the future. But for now, I actually just wanted to discuss some of the ugliest health truths about smoking, okay? So number one, what I found this out, it was actually really, number one, not so surprising, and number two, quite surprising, because I actually would have guessed something else. But the first really uncomfortable truth about smoking is it is the number one preventable cause of death in the United States. So that's really, really eye-opening. And that gives an effect and really gives an idea of how destructive this habit really, really is. So yeah, so the CDC basically has come right out and said that is of the health related issues that are killing people, this is the leading preventable cause of death. It trumps so many other ones. And it is really, really eye-opening when you view it that way. And number two, smoking actually destroys your entire body, not just your lungs. So of course, obviously, when we think about smoking, we think about the damage in the lungs. We think about emphysema. We think about, obviously the people that develop a terrible cough that is often associated with smoking, smoker's cough. However, smoking actually destroys all parts of the body. And it is actually linked to over 60 chronic diseases that affect all of the human body, head to toe. And it destroys major organs, not just the lungs. The heart also is associated with damage caused by smoking. Your body's biggest organ, the skin, is of course highly affected. It tends to definitely age the skin much past your projected years. And it also can get into all other systems, affect reproductive system as well. Interestingly, smoking is actually associated with erectile dysfunction and with reproductive and sexual performance issues. And that makes total sense because at the end of the day, a lot of our reproductive issues, especially when something has to actually happen with men, and even with feelings and sensation with women, a lot of that is actually circulatory. And a lot of that has to do with blood vessels, has to do with the heart pumping, has to do with the blood. And smoking, unfortunately, disrupts all of that. So its effects are all over the body. And I do mean all over. Okay. And number three is that despite knowing what we know, despite knowing that smoking, again, is responsible for over 60 chronic diseases, emphysema, cancer, stroke, tuberculosis, like we said, sexual diseases, or at least sexual dysfunction, I should say, sexual diseases of sexual dysfunction. Despite us knowing that, so many people still struggle. The number three fact is that traditional quitting methods alone often don't work. people still struggle. And this may even be you. You may struggle with simply putting down the cigarette, knowing how toxic this is, knowing it's no good to you, knowing it's screwing up everything from your skin to your sex life to your longevity on this earth and your ability to play with your kids, your pets, to be happy and to be here with us through your projected lifestyle. Even though it's disrupting all of that, many people, and maybe even you, still struggle with smoking and struggle with putting down the nicotine and the tobacco and the cigarettes for good. And what I have to say to that is, number one, obviously we all know that how addictive that these were designed to be. But number two, it's not your fault, even if you trying to do it and you can't do it. And because at the end of the day, it really comes down to knowing how your mind works. There's a reason that you've picked up smoking, and to truly find out and to truly make something work that is going to enable you to stop that habit and to turn the page and keep it in the rearview mirror, you really have to unravel what it's doing for you, how you got here, and also, of course, organize a game plan so you were able to move forward. Okay. So I want to, number one, say that you absolutely can do this. It just is all about changing the way you do it. Traditional methods, which often include, the patch, include vaping, include support groups and whatnot, they can work. And I definitely encourage, if you feel some of these things are right for you, to give it a try. But the reason they don't work is because, again, none of these methods actually get to the root cause of the issue. So that's why I want to invite you to a free online hypnotic training that we're going to do. And this is going to be for Wednesday, December 15th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want to invite you to Healthy, Happy, and Clear. And this is all about how to stop smoking and start living. And I want to talk to you about a method that is going to be a little bit different. So, of course, I am a certified consulting hypnotist, and I really owe hypnosis everything for stopping me with an addictive habit that got in my way. And it really, really is an immense tool for helping you to reorganize the way that you think, the way that you approach your feelings, the way that you approach your life. And it's with changing your perception and really looking under the hood of how you work, that you're going to see real change. So it's a free online event. It's going to be about 75 minutes or so. So definitely make sure you put that time aside. And again, I hope to see you there. The link will soon be in the profile. You can jump on there and sign up for it, okay? So thank you so much, and I hope that some of those scary, horrible facts actually help you to change your habits, to be like, this is not the road you want to go down. And what's funny is it's never too late to heal the body. Your body has incredible reserves and ability to heal itself. But in order for it to heal itself, you have to stop those habits so that it can begin to repair the skin, repair the organs, repair the heart, repair the lungs, and get that sex dysfunction out the way and getting that sex life back that you want, if that's something that is happening too. Okay, so definitely make sure you sign up for that class, and I hope to see you soon. All right, so thank you so much, and remember, to change your life, you must first change yourself. Be well, be safe, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care. Bye.